I try not to scroll the internet because I waste a lot of time if I'm just like laying in bed scrolling. So I try not to do that as much. But I do think if you can plan out your day, plan out your to-dos, the things that you know you must like check off your list, I think that that's good because you can feel that you've accomplished whatever it is that you need for that day. Some days you can accomplish 25 things and you feel really good, and some days you accomplish 2 and you can still feel really good about that also.
I'm Jensen with Explain It to a Teenager, and I'm with
Sloane Stephens.
So Sloane, explain to a teenager what you do.
I do a lot of things. So I'm a professional tennis player. I started a body care brand called Dock & Glow, named after my grandparents, based on wellness, self-care, self-expression. And then I also run the Sloane Stephens Foundation, which services about 10,000 kids a year in Compton Unified. And that's pretty much the whole of what I do.
So can you go into like day in the life for you? What does like actually managing these organizations look like?
Yeah, so obviously managing my tennis life is hectic. I train about 4 hours a day. It's just kind of whatever it is. And then when I'm training and I'm playing tournaments, I'm like traveling, I'm going to wherever the tournaments may be. And then for Dock & Glow, a lot of it is just like admin work now because we have physically launched products in stores and we're in retail. So just managing those partnerships and those relationships is difficult, but I think obviously a lot of the times when you have like a company or business, it's all about relationships, and you're not, you're only as good as your team members that work with you. And I have a really great team that helps me on a day-to-day basis, just kind of run the company, run the admin side of it, help me run the retail part of it, the accounting, everything. So I have someone for everyone, which is really helpful, and I can really execute my own vision for the brand. And then for the Sloane Stephens Foundation, my mom and myself run that. And like I said, we service about 10,000 kids a year. We do tennis, soccer, swimming. We also do after-school tennis. We do Saturday tennis, and our kids play tournaments. We have high school tennis teams in Compton now. So it's great. We do a lot, but I think I obviously have a really big team to help me manage all of these things. And these are like the 3 core parts of my life: my tennis, my Dock & Glow, which is my passion project, and then of course the foundation, which I just kind of like all bring together and try to intertwine all of them. But I have a really big team to help me out.
So what's your advice to kids or young people who want to start a business like you have, or even want to start a non-profit? What can you give some advice for what that's like and getting started with those two things?
I think the best advice is to find someone who's done it before and take advice from them. If you have questions and you want to know something, don't just like try to figure it out on your own. The best thing that you can do is ask someone else for advice, ask someone else for help you, start your paperwork, help you file your paperwork. All of those things really matter. Your tax ID number, all of these things are really important. And I think you do it right or you do it twice type of thing. And I'm really a firm believer that you have to do things the right way from the beginning, because then that helps you in the long run. And I think, I've always been the type of person who wanted to just learn from everyone that I could, and I think that's the best thing that you can do when you're starting a new business, a new company, a new venture, whatever it is. Learning from people who've already done it is super helpful.
And then a lot of kids, a lot of young people have like time management issues, right? We spend a lot of time on social media, screwing around. Obviously you have a very busy life with all your tennis training and managing these two things. So what advice would you give to young people in regards to time management and being able to fit all that stuff in effectively?
Yeah, so time management has been huge for me. Obviously, from when I was younger till now, I've found ways that help me manage my time better. I have my schedule, my calendar. I know everything that I need to do in the day. I have to-do lists. I have an app. I do all these things to just help me stay on task. I try not to scroll the internet because I waste a lot of time if I'm just like laying in bed scrolling. So I try not to do that as much. But I do think if you can plan out your day, plan out your to-dos, the things that you know you must like check off your list, I think that that's good because you can feel that you've accomplished whatever it is that you need for that day. Some days you can accomplish 25 things and you feel really good, and some days you accomplish 2 and you can still feel really good about that also. So it's just making sure that you're writing it down, that you're remembering to do it, that your mind is clutter-free so you're able to execute on whatever it is that you need to do.
What does your relationship with like discipline look like? Obviously, to maintain like those schedules and all your time management, that takes a lot of discipline. So what advice can you give to me or to other young people about becoming disciplined and staying disciplined, and what does that look like in your life?
Yeah, becoming disciplined I think is something that came naturally just because I'm a single athlete, so I don't have a team around me, so everything that happens on that day or on the court or practice and matches is all on me. So I think that being disciplined is more of just finding my focus, figuring out what I want to do and going for something, trying to achieve something. And I do think if you're disciplined, if you can stay disciplined and focus on your task, your business, whatever it is, it's a lot easier to execute, and it's a lot easier to see results when you know that you're focused on that one thing.
And then similar type of question, I'm a tennis player, and one of the big issues that I think holds me back a lot of the time is the mental aspect of the game, right? So how have you overcame some of those, like the mental challenges of tennis in your life, and how has that helped you in the business world and in other aspects of your life?
Yeah, I think obviously tennis is a very hard sport, and whatever you do in life, I feel like if you play tennis, you can do everything. And I do know that tennis builds character. It also reveals character. It also shows you what you are capable of. And I do think that tennis has been so valuable in my life because all the things that I've learned through tennis, through my travels, I've taken with me in every aspect of my life, whether that's with the foundation, whether that's with Dock and Glow. I'm able to do that. So I think if you're able to, like I said, focus on one thing and like have a set a goal and go for it, you should do it. You should try it at least.
Wow, a lot of great things there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate it.
Amazing.
Thank you.